get into it. Okay, so
yes.
Yes.
I gotta be for real. Let me be so for real.
Okay, grab it. Okay, grab this.
Okay.
Let me hit the hookah one time before we get to
Pass me the hookah.
Pass me the hookah. The hookah need to let me go in 2023.
Okay.
But I mean, speaking of which, where have you been? We've been missing you. Where you been?
Girl, around town. I'm just playing. But no, I really just been trying to get my life together. You know, the move to Atlanta was a big one. It's my first time being away from home.
You did your big one.
I did, yeah. Ha! Cheers to me.
Cheers to the big move.
Cheers to that. I really think, honestly, I really just want to bask in enjoying this moment. I can honestly say that everything I said I was going to do, I did. Like, I graduated with my master's. I did that. I got it. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Thank you. But after I did that, and then, you know, after search for a job was long and tedious for sure. Ain't that how you said? Is it tenuous?
Tedious.
Whatever, however you say it.
It was that.
But that word. But after that process, and then finally landing a job and it being at the agency that I said I wanted to work at, you know, once I graduated, I do work for a fellowship with the Center for Disease Control. In case you don't know, that's the CDC. Don't be coming up and asking me about COVID because I don't work in that department.
This is not the cousin from CDC, okay?
I'm not the one that was telling y'all when the mask mandates was going on. All that.
She was not the one.
I'm not that cousin, baby. I was not the cousin that the internet was talking about. Let me put that out there.
Let's put that out there.
Just say that. But after landing that, and because I manifested all of that. Like I said, that's what I was gonna do, and I did it. And so once I got to that moment, I felt like, you know, I spent so much of my time just getting there. So I was like, it's time to just enjoy this.
Well, congratulations, because that's big. Like, you did manifest that, and you stayed the course, because I heard you say that the job search was tedious, and you got a little bit discouraged, but you stayed the course, and that's huge, because a lot of people don't believe in themselves enough, and they dream and what they want for themselves enough to stay the course. So, congratulations on that. Welcome to the A. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. Yeah, welcome to Atlanta. So how has it been living in Atlanta? Like, I know that's so different from being in Indiana.
Girl, so different.
What's your favorite part? Let's
okay, so one, I love it. I tell people, and it's so funny. Every time people ask me, you know, how I feel about it, and I say I love it, they like, yeah, baby, I love it. Like, yeah, I ain't coming back. Like, if you needed to know, you heard it here first, baby. I have no intentions on coming back. So if y'all was wondering, oh yeah, when you moving back, I have no intentions on moving back. Now, if God got other plans for me, that's different. You know, I will go wherever He orders my steps. But if I got anything to do, say about it, and if I can influence Him in any way, it will not be back to Indiana. I'm just saying. But my favorite part about Atlanta is just the journey of exploring the city and all it has to offer, but also seeing how it's helping me to discover and learn more about myself. Like, you know, and what I like, what I enjoy. I feel like I'm finally in an environment that allows me to really kind of like engage in and dip into all of my interests and passions and really, like, you know, figure out, okay, what is my path? Like, because I really don't feel like I had a breadth of things back home.
I'll ask you something that you learned, but that would be doing you a disservice, because from what it sounds like, you learning just about yourself, and that's an amazing thing, because to be honest, they say, like, when you move away from home, you really get to figure out who you are. When you don't have your childhood friends, your mama and daddy, your sister and brother, your family, you know, leading you or telling you what to do and giving their opinion. So I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that you're learning yourself. I'm really happy to have you in my city.
Yeah. I didn't know, this is my favorite cousin, my twin cousin. We actually share a brain.
We're so much alike, it's scary.
It's honestly scary. Like, honestly, I can't wear anything. Can't get a nail design. Can't get a hairstyle. Honestly, this is probably the longest we've gone probably without the same
Without
hairstyle.
wearing the same thing.
Like, it's probably the longest we've gone. Because...
For real.
And it's not intentional. It's not planned. We literally will just get on Instagram and be like...
Or we'll pull up somewhere and I'll be like... So here you go. Oh, this is my dog. This is my dog. Play with her, you playing with me, and you don't want to play with me. Okay? So, I always have to ask, what's one thing that you don't like about the city? Because a lot of people move here, and it's a complaint about something. So, what is your complaint, if you have one? And don't say nothing to piss me off.
Pick on me. Because we're
the way you blew out that
Pick on me. Where do I start?
Okay. I knew you was going to say something that was going to piss me off. So, please don't.
Pick on me, say. I was just saying, telling this to a friend, I would say that this is the best way. I would say it's the infrastructure. In that just, it hasn't lived up to or expanded in infrastructure to where to fit the population growth. Put it that way. And that's frustrating.
So let me pause and not get into history. But the way that Atlanta is built, like our highways, like I know that you probably don't know the highways by heart by now, but a lot of the way that the city was built was to shut out black people. Like a lot of like Sweet Auburn Ave, downtown, all of the way that Atlanta was built simply was off of racism. Mm-hmm. So that's why the infrastructure won't be successful because they were literally trying to shut people out. That makes perfect sense. And so it's not going to really grow in a good way because they fucked it up from the jump. Yeah. But okay, not to get into history, but you know,
no, but I appreciate that tidbit. I do because honestly, just getting into like it's just the little things to where it's like if it was built more efficiently, it would be easier. Things like traffic wouldn't be a hassle.
Have you hit a pothole and bust your tire yet?
Baby. Yeah. Well, today, I'll tell you, I hit one. And my friend said, "Oh," I said, "Baby, I'm gonna check my tire to get up out of here."
When I hit a pothole, a lot of times I turn the radio off and I gotta ride it. Let me just hear if I'm gonna hear something wrong with my car.
When I tell you, there's been a couple times I didn't been tending to as soon as because I'm just like,
that should have blown you. Like, you know what, I'm gonna go to fuck home.
And they creep up on you. They don't even be like, I see it coming. It be no, like, I just hit like, whoa. Whoa.
Girl, like, don't let me be driving somebody. Don't let me be driving somebody somewhere. I'm like, see, this phone like taking nobody nowhere. I don't like nobody wrong.
This is why I should stay home.
Okay? Because I know my streets.
This why I don't go nowhere now.
So I don't come over here. Okay, what's the other thing? Traffic is someday.
Yeah. I would say one thing I can't stand the Atlanta tax. I can't stand that. The Atlanta tax.
What's your name?
Like, and when I mean by Atlanta tax, it's like, and one thing I reckon I did is certain establishments where they want to get over, and I'm gonna keep it real.
Gross.
Just play, and it's just like at the end of the day, I do not mind coming to your establishment and paying you what your services worth and the quality of whatever you got going on. I don't mind doing that. But baby, some of y'all, then tried it. And it's just like, you know, I don't mind paying for luxury when it's luxury. But you're not going to try and sell me on something just because you don't put, you know, some fancy stuff on the lobster mac. Now I'm supposed to feel like, you know, it's something.
Girl, this is the thing. The girls will put up a grass wall and a neon sign and sell lamb chops, and now I'm supposed to pay you $100 to park and get in here. No. And you want me to eat the lamb chops with a plastic fork?
And that right there, I think that's really my biggest pet peeve. Do not let me walk in an establishment and you telling me I have a certain, you know, it's a certain standard or whatever, and you bring me out plastic.
Not me paying for a $20 drink and it's coming in this little Dixie cup.
Be so for real. Because where are your costs at? For real.
They're pocketing it.
And that right there is where I be having a problem. Is that I can tell the establishment where it's okay, you actually took the time. I can tell you invested in your business plan. I can see your vision here. You're not just in here trying to finesse and get a quick check. Because I ain't gonna lie, it was actually a brunch spot I went to this weekend in Decatur called Plates. And when I tell you, it's probably one of the best brunch spots I've been to. Just because, one, price is amazing. I had me a good little, like, their version of a lemon drop, $8. It was strong, and baby, it got me through there.
I don't know when the last time I had $8 drink. I don't know.
And I felt food amazing.
Okay,
and it was priced perfect.
Like what sounds like is that was a real brunch spot.
It was.
It's hard to find a real brunch spot.
It is.
I don't want nobody twerking over my.
I don't. I'm just keep it real. Like sometimes I just want to eat. Like sometimes I do want to go and vibe, but sometimes I just want to go eat.
Sometimes I don't want to have to yell over my food because the music is so loud.
Listen, I know if you don't got no time limit on this table, don't make me feel like you rushing me to get up, because you should have put that in there.
But also, when you got a time limit, make sure my food come out in a timely manner, because if I can only sit here for 2 hours and my food comes within an hour and 30 minutes, I'm not going to scarf my food down to clear this table. Y'all going to have to figure that out amongst yourselves, because guess what? I would like to eat. I would like my food to settle. I would like to order another drink, and I would like to have a little convo before I get in that car, because I'm tipsy and I'm full.
You need to have a 15-20 minute turnaround in that kitchen, baby, if you got 2 hours.
And baby, it ain't a 15-20 minutes.
It don't be. I be drunk, drinked, and settled by the time my food can come out.
Girl, this be me. I feel like this might just be with black dining, to be honest, and not to get on black businesses, because at the end of the day,
we always gonna support, but we gotta be real.
Our people,
we not gonna just. I'm not one of the people that's just gonna let us get away just because we can't vote. Nah. Don't
judge me, and don't think that you know how much you gonna get from me or how much I'm gonna tip based off of what I order or what I got on. Because one thing I have on your shades, your purse, your shoes, and thinking that, oh, she ain't got no money because I just came in here really just to catch a vibe and get a couple drinks with my homegirl. Like, you just messed yourself up with that, and I feel like that's a lot of establishments. You run into the tables where the dudes got all the bust down change, the APs, and they doing a whole thing, but they splitting the tab. And they're arguing about who lamb chops was this? Whose lamb chops this?
This is a true story.
You hear it all the time.
You'll be amazed at how broke
you can't split the hookah. No, it's one item.
How do you have emotion? Y'all
yeah. So that's that. Okay.
But no, even get back to that. Let me say this, because a lot of y'all be playing outside right now. If I come in that happy hour and I want to order a happy hour drink, you better not look funny at me because you worry about what your tip might be, because you might have just played yourself out, because I might have tipped you about 300%.
Again, but don't judge a book by its cover.
But because you want it to be cute, and in a minute I feel like you ain't gonna give me quality service because you think you ain't about to get paid, it's okay, baby. You gonna do your job.
I'ma work ya, baby.
Because
every time you come to the table, you going back, baby. Something else.
Because don't think I ain't gonna want no when you come over. Y'all good now? Matter of fact,
I need one napkin.
Matter of fact.
Fold it into an airplane.
Straw. Whole time I got a straw, but I want another one.
Fold my napkin into an airplane, please.
Yeah.
Figure
it out.
Okay.
Don't care.
I dropped my fork actually because
the minute I thought you park on me, bro.
Baby, you work here, not me.
I'm gonna remind you who's working for their check-in here.
Girl, I'm putting this out. I'll buy this bitch. I'll have to remind you, I'll buy this bitch whole time.
Yeah.
I'm here for happy hour drinks and hookahs for a reason. I'm penny pinching. Nonetheless,
but that ain't none of your business.
That's you was going to get a tip.
You what? And I was going to tip you good.
Good.
But you know what? It's cool.
Yeah, because you keep rolling your eyes. All right, that's something.
Yeah.
You really going to roll your eyes?
It be the huffing for me. It be the...
You had a long day?
The brunch just started.
Yeah. You okay?
Baby.
I'm good to ask somebody, how's your day going? Let's stop it right here. You all right? Girl, we make a scene. I'm good for that.
Baby, because we gonna do.
Do not huff and do not puff around me.
Because I will blow your house down.
Because I'm finna give you all right, sister? They treat you okay? They treat you okay in the back?
Because, baby,
what's going on?
Either management or the kitchen got you messed up today, baby, but it wasn't me.
I don't give a fuck if it was me. You better come over here with a smile.
Real cute, because again, you ain't entitled to nothing in my pocket.
But that's Atlanta for you. Like, that's Atlanta.
That is Atlanta.
It's home of the ballers and the flexers. You gotta know.
And the finessers, don't forget.
You gotta know, and you gotta be able to tell the difference. Because a lot of these people smoking me.
Which is why you can't get caught up in all the smoke.
Baby, they wearing each other's shoes out here.
Baby.
They borrowing watches. They getting I know a spot.
The cars is literally rentals. Like, let's be self-real.
Rentals. If you see a barcode on that window, baby, it's not his. Let me tell you. Baby, and they scraping the barcode.
They squatting.
They scraping the barcode. You know how like Enterprise will put a barcode on the window? Because that's how they scan. Yeah. A barcode and the no smoking. If you see that on the window, it's a rental. But the guys are getting a little smart and they're scraping that off. Listen. Every move you trying to work, I done worked it before. So don't. If you see me, you got to know.
I like being a mystery.
What's some of the things that the girls is wondering about? Because I know they wonder about you and your relationship. What's tea?
Yeah. Y'all want to know where my man at. And I just want to know why.
Why?
Why ain't I checking for my man?
Why?
Where's your man?
Where's your man?
What Lauren said? This is why Lauren my favorite. Where's your man?
You don't have a man?
Well, when you get one.
But worry about the present.
And worry about the present.
Future, girl, because she stuttered a little bit.
Not the future.
She stuttered a little bit. My sis was a little shook up by that question.
Styled me.
So you don't have any plans with Nipsey so far?
You have plans with your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Okay, so when you get one, no. But when you get one, then don't focus on the future. Focus on the present.
Okay.
And
She was.
But she held her own.
But I'm not shook up by my but.
Well, when you get one.
Well, when y'all get one, y'all figure that out. But just to let it be known, my man is very much still in the picture. We're very much still together. What's tea? That's all the tea y'all getting about that.
Don't mess with my man.
Yeah, because you will still get.
I'm gonna run into you.
Yeah. But anyway.
It's for me.
That's my tag for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we yaya. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we yaya.
Yeah, we yaya.
Yeah.
Did we just want to say, yeah, we yaya?
Because that's gonna get on my nerves, actually.
That might not be
yeah, never to
No, because we're not doing that right now. No.
Like, what's next with this YouTube thing? So where are you taking this? Like, is it still how it was before? Are we changing things up? Like, what's
I'm definitely going to be more consistent. I want to give out more content, more just into my everyday life. You know, things. You know, it's just going to be kind of the ins and outs of me, just, you know, my life and what it's like, you know, living with, you know, my best friends, which are my roommates. Also exploring Atlanta and what that's like and all of my adventures around Atlanta. Me getting back into just my creative ventures. I really want to get back into dancing, like my pole dancing. Y'all know, like a girl. I might get y'all a little taste of that. I don't know.
Why you ain't never took me to the pole dance?
Because every time I want to go, you got work.
No,
she's tired or something. No, because the last time,
because every time I get on Instagram, she's swinging around somebody's pole, and I didn't get invited. But then every time I ask, she's like, "Oh, you was tired. You was working."
It's Diamond. It's very much Diamond. Okay, but Diamond will invite you next time, for sure.
Oh, that's. Let's pour a little more to that because that's cute. Diamond.
Diamond is my alter ego.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so I really want to show into that, but also too I want to get into like doing more like choreography, like and just more so my personality. I feel like a lot of people always want to ask, like, you know, ask my friends or people around me. They're like, they want to know. They want to know about me, like, you know, and my personality. And it's actually kind of funny because, like, people always say, like, you know, it's hard to explain because it's like, unless you get to know her, you close to her, you really probably won't get to experience all of her. And that's true. Like, certain parts of me are reserved for those closest to me. Like, so if you first meet me, you probably gonna feel like I have a much harder exterior, which I do, to where, you know, you may feel like I'm a little bit more serious, but when you get to know me, you know, I'm playful, I'm goofy, like, I'm very childish. Like, I like to joke. We gonna play. We don't do nothing.
We're gonna kiki.
We're gonna kiki right
sure.
here. But also too, just kind of learn a little bit more about what I'm passionate about, because I'm not a big talker. But when you get me to talking about something I'm passionate about, then maybe you'll learn a lot about my mind and what I think. But then just also too, some of the things that I really want to embark on over the year. Like, I really want to get into things with fashion. Like, so stay tuned for what that's gonna be like. I really do want to get into also learning like new skills and stuff. So y'all see what new skills I want to learn. I ain't gonna get out too much off of that. And then also too, when I'm showing all that, what all that's about, and just, you know, my life. And I feel like, you know, I have pretty lit and interesting people in my life, so y'all get a little bit privy into what they're like, you know. So
I'm excited for you because that sounds amazing. Something that I would tune into. I don't know about you, but you better if you're watching this. But if you're watching this, you already tuned in, so you might as well continue to tune in.
You already know the vibe, so.
Yeah, like, you're here. Like, subscribe, like, comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. She's back.
If you want to keep up with Yaya.
Okay, I got a couple questions, though. Like, because I feel like you're trying to rap, and we're not rapping. Yeah. Let's run it back. So, let's see. What's one thing that you feel like you want people to know about you? Like, you want people to understand. You want, because obviously you can't really explain certain things all the time. Every time you start a new video or whatever. What's something that, like, watching this, you want people to know off the bat about you? That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Maybe it's a good one.
I think it's something I really want people to understand or know about me off the bat is that I'm a lot more softer and sensitive than I initially give off. Just because, like, I know that, like, when people first meet me and, you know, the personality or the exterior that they first meet, it's easy for them to kind of think, like, you know, you gotta handle me, like, in such a hard, like, manner. But I crave softness so much. Like, if I could bask in softness, I would do that. But a lot of times, to kind of, like, you know, guard and protect myself from, you know, how I handle and feel emotion and things like that, I have to lead with that, because it's kind of like, don't play with me. But so it's like I kind of a lot of times wish people understood that part about me and understanding that I'm really a softie at heart, you know, like. And so it's like my bark is really worse than my bite, like, honestly. And so I don't ever, you know, want to. I feel like sometimes a lot of people think I want this exterior for being a bully, like, you know, or kind of like, you know, being on my bully. And it ain't even like that. It's more so you're not gonna play with me. And I feel like, you know, if you knew me growing up and the things that, you know, I kind of experienced and tolerated, you know, when I wasn't confident and more insecure as my younger self, you understand why I am the way now. And so, like, you know, I'm still healing so that I can learn how to not have to be like that with people. But, you know, just, you know, people, you know, learning how to give me that grace sometimes. And just understanding that, you know, like, I'm not, you know, raw. But I fully acknowledge, though, I can be raw.
It's so crazy. Like, we're not lying when we say we are very much alike. Like, when I tell you that is my sentiment, because I be shocked at the fact that a lot of people, when they first meet me, be like, girl, I thought you was like a B word.
I swear.
I thought you was
and it's so frustrating.
I thought you were gonna be me. And then, of course, when I actually first probably start talking, I'm direct.
Yeah.
And I might say something that everybody else is thinking,
but you didn't want to
say it. I done said it out loud, and you don't know me, so you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I do crave softness.
Yeah.
So I can fully resonate with that. And I'm sure there's a lot of women out there that feel that way, that have this guard up, and they feel like they have to be rough and tough to protect themselves. When really it's just like, I want to rest in my femininity. I want to be, like, loving. I want, like, meet me where I'm at so I can be that. Because how you introduce yourself to me is what you gonna get.
And I feel like, too, me being an introvert and being somebody who is very sensitive to other people's energies, a lot of people sometimes can't handle the fact that because I'm introverted, a lot of times I'm not gonna be super in your face when I meet you. I'm not. A lot of times when I first meet you, I'm kind of feeling out the energies and trying to see, like, you know, how I can interact with you, how our energies can mesh well. And if I don't find a pocket of where I feel like our energy can mesh well, I'm not gonna force it, like, because it's not gonna feel natural to me. It's not gonna feel genuine, and you're gonna feel that. Because one thing I feel like I was proud of myself in last year is becoming more aware of my energy and how it affects people around me. To where I tell people nowadays, if my energy ain't right, I won't be around you. So if I don't want to be around you, don't take it personal. That's my way of saying, you know what, I know the energy I got right now is not nothing that you need to experience, so I'm going to handle that, and when I'm ready, I'll tap back in with you. Because I just, you know, I recognize, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, a lot of times I can't feel stuff, like, you know, minimally. I feel it with full force, but I do. And so with that, I have to hold myself accountable and be self-aware to know when, all right, bro, like, You don't need to be bothered with nobody right now,
right?
Because I don't want to pass that off to nobody. I don't like when nobody pass off bad energy to me because I know how it feels when I'm exchanging it with somebody and I'm like, you were off. So I don't want to get to anybody. So I really do get frustrated when it's like I feel like somebody's trying to force the energy with me or just isn't understanding where I'm at. I think I'm very understanding of where we're at because I feel like that's something I craved a lot growing up. It's always like I try to be more understanding of other people now in life because it's just like I know at a point like I didn't feel like I had that. Like not for my friends, not for my parents, not for my family. Like, it was just like I felt like nobody understood me. So it's like now I try to always extend everybody that grace. Like no matter what, you might not agree. But I'm at least trying to understand where you're coming from, at the very least.
And that's crazy that you've like kind of tapped into that and understand that about yourself at your age. Because how old will you be this year?
26.
Yeah, like, girl. I'm 29. I'm just now kind of like better understanding. And I wouldn't even say better understanding myself because I feel like. Did you get that on the Versace?
It's right here. It's on me. It's on me.
It's on me, y'all. We have to cut it short.
It's on me,
We're
y'all.
gonna have to do some deep cleaning.
It's on me, y'all. I promise y'all. She can see it.
Bro, okay, because you're gonna get kicked. No, I'm just playing. But no, like, I just applaud you because listening to you speak, it's crazy. Like, we are really alike in a lot of ways, but listening to you speak, like, you're so emotionally mature. And like knowing yourself is just, it warms my heart to like hear you and speak about, or listening to you speak about yourself and understanding yourself and having the self-awareness because a lot of people don't have that and like I'm still trying to better understand myself. Like I feel like I understand myself and I feel like I always kind of have, but my issue was accepting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like it's just I love hearing you speak about yourself because you stand firm on your boundaries. Like you be like, yeah, no, I'm not fucking with you.
Everybody know me.
Like
if I don't mess with,
leave me
alone.
alone. Like I'll never forget. I gotta tell y'all. Our auntie had a birthday last year in March, and we was finna go out. And I don't know what was wrong with her, but she was just like in her mood. It wasn't nothing necessarily wrong with her, but like she just wasn't feeling it. Like, and she knew she wasn't feeling it. She knew her energy was gonna be off, so she was like, "I'm good, right?" And so of course, like naturally, humans, we want you to interact. We want you to be a part. Like we love you. We want you to be here. So everybody's trying to convince her to come, and she's like, no, like not like that, but she's like, no, like I told y'all I'm not coming. Like, I don't want to come. And it got to a point where we was trying to convince her, and I wouldn't say we, I don't know if I was a part. I might have been.
It was everybody. Yeah,
it was everybody because you know what I'm saying. It's like I think it was our last day.
Yeah.
Or so everybody was just like, come on. You know, just being like just wanting everybody to be included. But it got to a point where she's so firm in her boundaries that she's made her mama aware of how firm she is. So her mom was like, she said no, leave my baby alone. And it was just like, I love that. Like in that moment, because not only did she advocate for herself and how she was feeling and knowing her boundaries, but she's gotten so firm with it that it's like everybody that's really close to me know if I say no and I don't want to be a part,
leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
And that's growth, and I appreciate the people around me who have grown with me. Because me and my mom, like that shows growth in our relationship that she was even able to say in that moment, hey, leave her alone. And so, I appreciate you if you're watching this for always respecting my boundaries and advocating for them. But yeah, everybody know like I stand 10 toes on that. I don't play about them. No, but I had to become more emotionally aware because I know how strong my emotions are. Because if I dealt with my emotions how I dealt with them when I was 21, 20, 19. I'd probably be in caught a case. I know I would have because I was wild. Like my emotions, you heard my emotions. You said anything, ticked me off. We gonna take it there. I don't care. Like, but it was just like I had to get to a point where I had to be aware of what I was feeling, how why it made me feel that way, and what type of reaction that would solicit out of me, and what consequences would follow for that. And so me just taking a step back and really looking at myself and some of the things I did in college and like, bruh, like I don't like that. Like my reputation in college and certain things I did, I don't like. Now my character, I know what it is, but my reputation for certain things I did, I'm not proud of. Like, but one thing about me, I'll say I own everything I did. I did it. Yeah. If you ask if I did, I'm gonna tell you I did it. I ain't ashamed of nothing.
Like, what you gonna do about
Yeah,
it?
baby, let me tell you right
Who
now.
gonna check me, boo?
If you think you got tea on me, you're drinking piss. I just want you to know that, cause there ain't nothing. For real. Like, there's nothing you can say about me or to me about my business gonna have me like, oh my God. Like, no. Like, yeah, I did it. Like,
it couldn't have been tea. It couldn't have been water. It couldn't have been liquor. Piss. It was pee.
It was piss, baby.
You're drinking urine, bitch.
Because, baby, like, you have nothing on me. Like, ain't nothing nobody can say about me is gonna be like, oh my God. Like, that was just so, like, left far. Because I know I'm not perfect. I'm imperfect. Like, I'm still healing. Like, while it's mostly aware as I am. I know God ain't through me. I know I still got stuff I still got to work. I'm still healing and everything. But I recognize I've done a lot of self-work, a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner work to get to where I'm at. To be able to say, like, I'm not where I was 2-3 years ago. But I still got a way to go.
And that's amazing to say because a lot of people are still stuck on in a new year doing old stuff, being their old self. Like, you have to look into who you are. You gotta look at the man in the mirror. You gotta be real. Like, the fact that you can own up to the fact that, yeah, I ain't really like my reputation in college. I ain't like who I was then, but you know what? That was me at a different point in my life. We respect that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, my last question to you is, outside of growing your YouTube and growing your social so that people will come to your YouTube and, you know, growing in Atlanta, growing with yourself as a woman, what's another goal that you have for this year? Because you kind of touched on a lot of things. I feel like every question that I wanted to ask you, you kind of already spoke about. But, like, what's something that you just really want to do? Like, what's your most outlandish goal?
Outlandish?
Like,
outlandish?
I mean, you don't have to.
I don't know, like, because I don't even know. I spent a lot of, most of my life having everything planned out. Like, in one thing, like, okay, I got to do this by this time, this by this time. I'm just taking it easy this year. It's
boo!
I'm taking
the girls want to know something crazy.
Crazy.
I want to grow a fucking fish in the backyard. Like, something crazy. You don't have nothing like that? Okay, maybe that's just me. I be making a grow fish. No, I don't want to grow no fish. I just made that up. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. Like, I really don't got nothing big for y'all. Like, because it's really like my spontaneous moments just happen. Like that they don't like. It's not nothing where I'm like, oh, I'm planning to do this. That's actually kind of funny because I recognize that I have very extroverted and outgoing friends, and I know I'm the more introverted friend, so they bring that out of me. So it's like, and I appreciate being around them because, you know, there's certain things that they've exposed me to that I probably would have never done. Like going to art shows and doing things like that. I would have never done that. Like, unless like I didn't have a best friend who was super into that. Like, so it's like now I enjoy that type of stuff.
Well, I'm happy that you're in Atlanta because one thing about this city is you can do almost anything, anywhere, with anybody. Like, when I tell you, I done walked up on some stuff, and I'm like, girl, what's going on here?
Okay, this is something outlandish. I just thought about it. Here's something.
I knew you had something.
Here's some things that I would be okay with doing this year. I would be okay with doing for the end of the year. I would be okay with learning to swim. I don't know how to swim.
You know how to swim?
Yeah.
You know how to jump in without showing your nose? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it together.
Okay. But yeah, okay, we're gonna start why. But yeah, so see, okay, there goes something. Okay, there goes something.
You need something.
I really, really want to learn. I want to ride a horse for one. I never rode a horse before.
Well, you know, it's cracked up to be, I'll tell you.
I do want to do it though. Right. I do want to do it. I do want to ride a horse. I really, what's another, like, you know, really fun thing I want to do?
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to go on a speed date. You know how you got to sit down and talk to one person for
I'm gonna try and set that up. Hey, do y'all want that to be an episode?
Let's do a speed dating episode.
Oh, y'all gotta send in the candidates, y'all.
Send no bums.
Yeah.
Make sure he is.
There will be a salary cap, boo.
Please make sure he's at least 6 foot.
Salary minimum, I mean. Matter of fact, salary minimum, actually.
Yeah, no cap. No cap. The sky's the limit with the money.
Yeah, the sky's the limit.
And if you do anything illegal, please don't tell me.
Please don't.
I want to know.
Because I do not need her in nobody's courtroom.
I don't want to be in nobody's courtroom because I ain't know what they
We will not be in Fulton, DeKalb, or Clayton. There's that.
Or Cobb. Cherokee. Girl.
Douglas.
I got a story to tell.
Here go. That's how you know we've been here. That's how you know I've been here. I'm over here naming counties. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that story later because we don't go fed on camera. We ain't.
I'm just the counties that you just named, girl.
Girl.
Okay.
Clay, go.
Oh my God, I'm trying to. Well, one of my outlandish goals. It's not even outlandish. I really want to have a big ass party for my 30th birthday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Big party, like I'm talking about big.
We have to plan your big. We're going the theme.
The theme is I already have the theme. The theme is going to be my last rodeo. So my last rodeo in my 20s.
Your auntie gotta come.
Who?
If you gonna make it like rodeo theme.
No, I'm gonna invite the whole family.
Yeah, I gotta say
it's gonna be a theme, but I'm like scared to invite my daddy because I'm gonna have my ass out.
I'm grown. I'm 30.
I'm 30 years old.
I'm 30.
I'm gonna have my ass out, so it might be a part of the party where the adults might have to leave. Actually, I'm an adult. That's crazy.
That's literally crazy. But
listen, I'm gonna do everything and like
we'll face repercussions later. If you got something slick to say, we'll deal with it. I'm grown.
Yeah.
We're at that right now.
Well, I mean, this was a cute episode. I think the girls got to know a little bit more about you, what you've been doing in your hiatus, because the girls been missing you. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out.
Stay tuned. I'm gonna give you girls the look. I'm gonna give you girls the vibes. I'm gonna give it to you on. I'm gonna give it to you the talks. You know, we probably make this a segment. You know, Mingly Talks or something. We're do something.
Oh, and
tune into Mingly TV. You know,
I have a YouTube as well. Mingly TV. If you type it in,
we definitely gonna tag. We gonna drop our tag right here. Trust me.
Hold on, let me spell to the people. MINGLEIGH TV. LEIGH. Yeah.
I love her.
Oh, and girl, I got your snippet of your.
Oh, y'all, because I love you a good speech. And I'm going to give a good one, baby. If y'all want to,
girl, grandma was your speech.
If you want to hear something good about yourself, call me.
It was me telling people, you feeling poetic?
Because one thing I love to do is hear about myself.
Okay, me too. Look, this be me.
Tell me how much you love me. how much you love me.
Girl, I was watching a TikTok that was like, what are y'all's questions when it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner? And everybody was asking these like good questions. Like, oh, you know, career stuff. This one girl was like, everybody go around the table and tell me your favorite thing about me. And that's me, like, yeah, so starting with you. Why do you love me?
That's why I really be offended by when people ask me what's their first impression of me, because it really be like, you know, you thought I was a big word. I love that. Because look at the full circle mama. Look at now you love me.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, if I ask you what's your first impression, I don't care. I don't. That's one thing I am glad I've come to grips with. Like, I don't care how you perceive me. I don't. Like, we all gonna be perceived. Like, you know, I can't control that. Like, I cannot control how you perceive me. I ain't for everybody, and that's okay. I don't want to be for everybody, because the people that are for everybody, baby,
they stretch thin. One of my favorite things to say when somebody tells me something, their opinion of me, that's an interesting perspective.
It is.
Because I don't know what you thought I was going to do with that information. But, okay. Thank you for sharing.
Baby, I'll hit you with that sounds personal to me, and we're going to keep it at that.
See, she's...
Banger. That sounds very personal.
That's an interesting perspective. Thank you.
Very personal. That's very personal. Because I'm going to keep... Maybe it's rude. I don't know. But...
Well...
yeah, there's that.
Let's cheers. Let's do a cheers.
Let's cheers.
Would you like to do a cheers or a toast too?
Let's just cheers.
Should you? Let's go ahead and finish the bottle as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just like that kind of ghetto for me. That I had it like half full, like this day, like literally nothing in it. Yeah, but I had to at least make it even.
And let's just finish the whole thing.
Yeah, we're gonna finish that off. Just like that. We'll drip the red.
Shout out to California Roots.
What's good? It was definitely good. I wanted them
Just a little bit more in there. Let's not be wasteful.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. Oh, ever dry, boo.
Very much. Okay. I'm not gonna press you about the rest.
Yeah, I wish I could see this. Okay.
Okay, cause it's like you acting like you don't want to tilt it out. Like, you're trying to be
y'all already see how she got on me about this couch child. I don't got time for being canceling me.
Well, baby,
I won't be coming back to me.
This is a coaster home, and we don't have the coasters up, but that's fine.
Yeah, why don't we have the coasters, boo?
I don't know, sister.
You know,
this lady run wild, and you see what it got me. You see, my couch is stained.
We're toasting to all the endeavors we have planned for 2023. May we accomplish them all. You know, the sky's the limit for us both. And here's to more of us. Y'all gonna see more of us.
More of the duo.
Yeah.
We gotta look at each other
and success. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, because they say it's bad sex. I like so many years if you don't look each other in the eye. Yeah, I was gonna say what she stared at me.
I can't afford that.
she said.
I can't afford that. Let me stare at your sis. Now you. Camera.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Cause she's acting.
Yeah.
She's acting a fool. But it was fun.
It was fun. Thank you all for tuning in. I promise y'all when I come on my drop, I'm gonna let y'all know. But until then, this is Yana Lene TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. See you on the next episode.
And y'all know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you want to see from us next.
You know, like, or if there's something I didn't say or talk about, what y'all want to hear next from me? Because I probably didn't touch on it. Ooh, okay. I thought the code got me in it. It might be something really in this video.
Yeah, let's just cut the cameras. Dead ass.